The film opens with Yuri standing in a war-torn landscape, surrounded by thousands of spent bullet casings. He breaks the fourth wall, addressing the audience. There are over 550 million firearms in worldwide circulation. That's one firearm for every 12 people on the planet. The only question is, how do we arm the other 11? From there, the movie transitions into a visually stunning sequence titled, The Life of a Bullet. This sequence follows a single bullet from its manufacture in a Soviet factory, through transport and transactions, and finally, to its devastating end being fired from an assault rifle and killing a young African child soldier. The scene is set to the song For What It's Worth by Buffalo Springfield, adding a hauntingly ironic tone. This opening effectively establishes the film's themes of war, morality, and the arms trade, all told from the cynical perspective of Yuri, a man who profits from the chaos.
There's battle lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their minds are getting so much resistance from behind. Time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. What a field day for the heat. And people in the street singing songs and a carrying sign, mostly say hooray for our side. It's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Strikes deep into your life, it will creep. It starts when you're always afraid. Step out of line, the man come and take you away. We better stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. There's battle lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their mind are getting so much resistance from behind. Time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
You don't have to worry. I'm not going to tell you a pack of lies to make me look good. I'm just going to tell you what happened. My name is Yuri Orlov. When I was a boy, my family came to America, but not all the way. Like most Ukrainians, we congregated in Brighton Beach. It reminded us of the Black Sea. I soon realized we just swapped one hell for another. Even in hell, an angel sometimes makes an appearance. I'd worshipped Ava Fontaine since I was 10 years old. Of course, she didn't know I existed. I was starting to think she had a point. For the first 20-odd years of my life, Little Odessa was to me what it is to the Q train. The end of the line. Oh, I did lie about my name. It's not really Yuri Orlov. There have been few occasions in the 20th century when it's been an advantage to be a Jew. But in the 70s, to escape the Soviet Union, our family pretended to be Jewish. Little about my life has been kosher ever since.
How's it going, brother?
It's not. That's Vitaly, my younger brother. He was as lost as me. He just didn't know it yet.
Yuri, куда пропал? Юрлей!
My father took his assumed identity to heart. He was more Jewish than most Jews, which drove my Catholic mother crazy.
How many times? I can't eat shellfish. It's thrift.
You're not Jewish.
I like it. I like the hat. To remind us there is something above us. I like that. I'm going to temple.
You're not going to temple. You go to temple more than the rabbi.
И чего ты прицепилась?
Боже мой, ты когда-нибудь повзрослеешь?
Yuri, don't forget to check the specials at the palace.
Growing up in Little Odessa, murder was an everyday part of life. Russian mobsters had also migrated from the Soviet Union, and when they came to America, their baggage came with them. There was always some gangster getting whacked in my neighborhood, but I'd never seen it with my own eyes. I had this knack of showing up 5 minutes before something went down, or 5 minutes after. Not that day. It hit me. It couldn't have hit me harder if I was the one who had been shot. You go into the restaurant business because people are always going to have to eat. That was the day I realized my destiny lay in fulfilling another basic human need. The next Sabbath, I went to temple with my father. However, it wasn't God I was trying to get close to.
Eli, my eldest son, you.
My contact at synagogue landed me my first Israeli-made Uzi submachine guns. The first time you sell a gun is a lot like the first time you have sex. You have absolutely no idea what you're doing, but it is exciting, and one way or another, it's over way too fast.
Gentlemen, the new Uzi machine pistol. Big firepower in a small package. This little baby uses 9mm hollow points, 25 round extendable mags, rear flip adjustable sights. Silencer comes standard. Excellent recoil reduction. Muzzle jump reduced 40%, 60% improved noise suppression. You could pump a mag into me right now and never wake the guy in the next room. Of course, that would eliminate your opportunity for repeat business.
I did have a natural instinct for smuggling contraband. Fortunately, back then a video camera was as big as a bazooka. Here I'd been running away from violence my whole life, and I should have been running towards it. It's in our nature. The earliest human skeletons had spearheads in their rib cages.
Where have you been? What do we have the customer?
God bless America.
Ja? Is da!
Beware of the dog? You don't have a dog. You trying to scare people?
No, it's to scare me. Remind me to beware the dog in me. The dog that wants to fuck everything that moves, wants to fight and kill weaker dogs. I guess it's to remind me to be more human.
Isn't being a dog part of being human? What if that's the best part of you? The dog part? What if you're really just a two-legged dog?
You need to see somebody.
It stinks in here.
I'd always wanted to do something big with my life. I just didn't know what. Anyhow, I figured if I was going into the gun trade, I was going to aim high.
Vitaly, stop fucking around. I want to talk to you. You read the newspapers, Vít?
The newspaper. It's always the same.
You're right. Every day there's people shooting each other.
You know what I do when I see that? I look to see what guns they're using, and I think to myself, why not my guns?
What, you opening a gun shop?
Already more of those in America than McDonald's. Even with all the gangsters around here, the margins are too low.
You've worked out the margins.
Sure.
Forget gang wars.
The real money's in actual wars between countries.
Yuri, what the fuck do you know about guns?
I know which end I'd rather be on.
I made the first sale.
We're already in business.